Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Jodie and I create beauty related content here on my channel. So if that is something that you're interested in, please make sure that you do subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. Today's video is going to be my blusher, bronzer, highlighter drawer. I'm not bragging in any way. Like I said in my last collection video for my eyeshadow palettes, I buy a lot of this myself, and if not, it gets gifted to me from friends and family. So yeah, I don't want to come across as bragging, and I really hope I don't, and I'm sorry if it does for whatever reason. Just know that is not my intention. I absolutely love watching collection videos, and that is why I'm bringing you another one, because highlighters, blushes and bronzers are some of my favourite things in makeup, along with eyeshadow. So get a cup of tea, relax and enjoy. So this is the first drawer. So in this drawer we've got blusher, highlighter, bronzer. This section back here is the liquid highlighters, and then this one is spare highlighters that just don't fit in here, and then behind that we've got compacts, so blusher, bronzer, highlight compacts, and then this little pot here just houses all of my cream contouring kind of bits. The drawer divider is just an IKEA cutlery drawer. It just works best for me right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the front section and then work my way back. So I'm going to start off with blusher. So this section is an all blusher. So the first one is my Revolution Flamingo palette. You guys, if you watched that video, would have seen my review on this. I really enjoyed this. My only issue with it was that I wanted one of these two shades to be like a bit sparkly and have a bit of like glitter to it, because I like a glittery blush. But overall this is a really good palette, and if you are looking for some pinky peachy toned blushers, definitely grab this one. Okay, next, this is my Sleek blusher kit. So this is my, what's it called, Blush by 3 in Lace. This one has quite peachy tones. Yeah, maybe it was. Yeah, it's got two quite peachy tones that are matte, and then this one in the middle is my favourite. I don't reach for this as much anymore, but I've just had like a move around of this drawer a little bit, and I've brought my blushes to the front because they used to be back here. I used to have my powders in here, but I've now moved them up a drawer. So I'm hoping that because I can see my blushes a bit better, I'll use a few more of them. I've got this Revolution one. This is actually my mum's, but I borrowed it. I will give it her back, I promise. This is the Peach Bliss blush from the Revolution Baked Reloaded collection. They do so many different shades. I really like this one because it's nice and peachy, and I've really been getting into a peach blush. I think these are relatively cheap as well, like £4, so even better. Then I've got a Primark one. This one is in the shade Rosewood. This is a really nice colour. I used it the other day actually. It's quite pigmented and it's quite a more pinky blush, but I actually really enjoy this one. And they're cheap as well, £1.50. Next we've got the MUA blushed. This one is in the shade Rose Tea. Something crazy like £2.50. And it's really, really pretty. I definitely recommend this. And then lastly, we've got an e.l.f. blusher. This one is my all-time favourite blush, and this is in the shade Twinkle Pink. I'm not sure if you can get this one anymore because it was in the sale when I bought it a few years back. And I never thought I'd hit pan on a blusher, but that's how much I love this one, because it was literally the only blush I ever used for a long time. But yeah, really nice formula. And this is one of the ones that has, I've just thought this is one of the ones that has a bit of like a sheen to it. I don't think you can tell. It's really pretty. And then I've got an XX Revolution blush. Now I haven't done the video on this yet. I bought a few more XX Revolution bits to do a second testing video, which I am still going to do. And this is one of the products for that video. So this one is in the shade Rescue. As you can tell, I have used this a fair bit already. I really like this. I got this when it was on sale. I don't know, this one just doesn't have a lot of pigment, but I guess we'll save my review for it for my other testing video. But I bought this to kind of replace my e.l.f. one, because we all know I like a bit of a glittery blush. Okay, next I've got some I Heart Revolution bits. So this one is a blusher, and this is the last blusher for this drawer. But this is the I Heart Revolution Blushing Hearts Triple Baked Blusher in Candy Queen of Hearts. This is actually I Heart makeup. That is how old this is. But it still works perfectly fine, and I absolutely love the colours. And then we've got some highlighters. So we've got Marzipan Heart. And then I've got Snowflake Heart. I'm so sorry for the plane. Which is like a bit more white. It's really pretty. And then I've got my Heartbreakers Heart, which is in the shade Unique, is it? This one's really pretty. It's like got two highlighters in one, but it looks really pretty when you swirl them together. I'm sorry if the angle's changed a little bit. I've just had to like play around with setting up my new ring light and stuff because it's like getting on a bit now. It's like 8:15 and I was losing lighting. So I'm going to start with my highlighter section now. So the first one is my Wet n Wild highlighting powder. This one is the shade Blossom Glow, and it's this beautiful pinky highlighter, and I think it's something really cheap, like £4, £5 in the UK. This is the shade. I just think it's absolutely beautiful, and if you don't already own some Wet n Wild highlighters, I 100% recommend that you do get some. Next we've got Dull Beauty. This one is Dull Lights in the shade Like a Diamond. All of my like gold has rubbed off mine. This is the highlighter. I had this on in my last video, which you guys would have seen, which was my BH avocado toast review. And I absolutely love this highlighter. I did feel like I had to get through a bit of a layer to like fully get the glow. It's a very like gold highlighter, like a champagne kind of colour, but it's beautiful. Then I think this one has to be my all-time favourite highlighter. This one is the Maybelline Face Studio Chrome Extreme. I've got the shade 200 Diamond Glow. But this is beautiful. It is stunning. It is really, really similar to the Dull Beauty one actually. So this one is the Maybelline and this one's the Dull Beauty. They're pretty much identical actually. Pick up either one. I do feel like the Maybelline one is a bit more creamy than the Dull Beauty one, but I do really, really like them. Next I've got some Makeup Obsession ones. So this one is Mega Moon. It's a very purple baked shadow. I think these are £3 and they are beautiful. Beautiful highlights. It's just there. Oh, it's stunning. Then I've got Mega Honey, which is a little bit dark, but I can still make it work. So it just looks like this. Doesn't look as dark in the light. That's probably like a better reflection of that shade. I think if you are quite fair, this is going to be too dark for you, but Makeup Mister is always going on about it, so I picked it up anyway. And then I've got Mega Lightning, which is probably the lightest one I think in this collection. It is stunning. And it's just there, and it's super white. Those two are really good mixed. Next I've got two loose ones from Revolution. So they were 2019's Christmas highlighters I think. So they are beautiful packaging. It's like that glitter that doesn't come off either. And then this one was the shade Rose Quartz, which is a bit dark, but when it's blended out, it works so well. I'll show you guys. I feel like I have to swatch highlighters because they're just so pretty. So that's the shade. I think it does come off a bit dark in some lights, but like I can just get away with it if I blend it out well enough. Then I've got the shade Iced Diamond, which is a white, which I bought mainly to put in my inner corner, just because it's so pretty. Like, look at that. Stunning. Next I've got Primark Brunch Club. They've changed the packaging of these I've had this one quite a while, quite a few years now I want to say. But honestly, if you've never tried a Primark highlighter, you need to get them because they are, look at that. I think this was £3 and I'm pretty sure you can get these, they're just different. I think they're packaged more like this now. So I would 100% get yourself to Primark and get one of these. They do like a range of different colours. Next, these two are a bit dark, so I guess in the summer months I would reach for these a little bit more. This one I have debated getting rid of just because it is a bit too dark. This is Morphe's Spark. And it's a super pretty colour, but it is just that touch too dark. See, it is so dark. I mean, obviously your highlighter ain't gonna look like this when it's on your face, but that's a mini, by the way. And then I've got the Lacura highlighter. I don't think this has a shade name, it just says highlighter. So it's packaged up like the Benefit ones. And this is the shade. I think it's meant to be like a dupe of Cookie maybe by Benefit, which I love. But again, it's slightly lighter than that first one. So that's the Lacura one and this one is the Morphe one. So it's slightly lighter, but like it is still quite dark. So if you're very fair, don't bother going for Morphe Spark. I've got 3 more. So this one was discontinued by Revolution. A whole drama with Manny MUA happened. I still have mine. I won't use it in videos or anything. This one is the glass crystal one, but it is beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. So this is the packaging. I will just show you this one quickly. I won't swatch it or anything, but I'll show you it. And then this is a very icy colour. Oh, then one of my new favourite highlighters is X Exposure highlighter by XX Revolution in the shade Echo. This is beautiful. If you haven't picked up one of these yet, you need to. You 100% need to. So this is the shade. Oh, it's just, it is everything. Like, look. Oh, look at that. It is so blinding. It is beautiful. And then the last one in this section is a high-end highlighter. I don't think I've shown kind of Doll Beauty's and maybe Morphe's my only other kind of technically high-end, but this one really is. So this is Ofra in the shade Space Baby, which is a Nikki Tutorials collab. I got this one on Beauty Bay not that long ago. And it's the one with the blue undertone and it's beautiful. Look how blinding it is. I love a coloured highlighter for my inner corner. I didn't just buy this for that, but I thought for the price, I didn't care what colour it was. As long as it one that would semi-suit me, I was like, I just need it. I'm going to leave this one free just so that when we do back here, you guys can see a bit better. Okay, but the last but not least, we're going to do bronzers from this front bit. So, first bronzer I have is Doll Give Me Sun by Doll Beauty. This one's the shade Light. And it's a lovely shade. It's a bit more, there we go, that's a bit better. It is a little bit more warmer than what's coming up on the camera. It looks quite cool on there. This shade is really, really good. If you're like me, I kind of like a little bit of a darker bronzer, but that one's really nice. Then I've got Lacura Aloha bronzer, which is their dupe for Hoola. It comes with the little brush. And this is the shade. This is actually a really nice shade if you can pick this up. It is quite good for fair skin. And then I have Hoola bronzer. This is like my 3rd one of this. I love it. It's actually quite a new one that I got at Christmas that I haven't used. Then we got a Revolution bronzer reloaded, so it's like the same as the blusher. This one is in Holiday Romance. I think this is the light shade. I've actually been really enjoying this for just putting it all over the face recently. It is quite light and it does have a bit of shimmer to it, but I've actually been really enjoying it. And they do so many of these in so many different colours, so yeah. Next is a new item to my collection. So this is the PS Bronze Whip Velvet Finish Cream Bronzer from Primark. And I do like this. I think it blends out really well. It is a smidge too dark. It's a little bit too orange. Again, it's not really coming across that orange on camera. I'm sorry about that. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it is a little bit orange, but it is beautiful to blend out. So maybe if you're a little bit darker than me, you should really enjoy that. We've got Soap & Glory Solar Powder. I should probably buy a new one because this one is pretty old. Then a new bronzer to my collection is the Anastasia Powder Bronzer in the shade Tawny. Like I said, I do like a slightly darker bronzer than what I probably should wear. But this one is quite nice. So it just looks like this. I got mine from TK Maxx and it was £10. So check your local TK Maxx if you've been after one. They do mainly only have this shade though. So this is the bronzer. It's a really nice bronzer. It's a little bit more orangey. Next, we've got XX Revolution. Another product I've been loving from them is this bronzer. This one's in the shade Demo. This is like my perfect bronzer shade. So it just looks like this. I've been using it so much. You can kind of still see the X's in it, but they are fading. And this bronzer is beautiful. If you haven't picked up anything from this range, I definitely recommend the highlighter and the bronzer. Next, I have this Millie Mackintosh bronzer, which just came in a Christmas set in Boots. And this is the shade. It's a really nice one, but you can't get it, so it's a bit hard to use on camera. Then I've got a Chocolate Heart. This one is just says bronzer. Came in one of their Christmas sets a few years ago. Again, I really enjoy this bronzer. It is really nice. And then last but not least, I've got the Bourjois bronzing powder. Mine's in the shade 52. I really enjoy this. I don't really use it as much anymore. But yeah, I definitely enjoy it when I do pick it up. Okay, so I'm going to do the back. I'm going to start over here. So in the back of here, I just have a spare foundation. This is Conceal and Define. I've got this Lacura highlighter stick. It's one of those that's like the highlight around the edge, but then in the middle it's got like a moisturising balm. And it is, can you see it? It's just there. It's like really pretty. I actually quite enjoyed that. I didn't find it too bad. Then I've got this Revolution liquid highlighter in the shade Bronze Gold. I actually have never used that, but I keep it anyway. And I've also got the Revolution Pro Foundation Mixing Lightener Drops. They're not my favourite lightener drops, but I just have them as spare. Then I've got some from Primark. So this one is the shade Ice. This is their Glow Drops. And then I've also got the shade Champagne, which is a bit of a darker shade. Then I've got the Primark Nudes Glow Iridescent Jelly Highlighter in the shade After Hours. Again, I got this one in the sale as well. And it's just pink. Then I've got a Lacura one because I do have a Testing Aldi makeup that I'm going to get up. So I do have that one. And then at the back, I have 3 Profusion liquid drops. But they're all in different shades. This one's kind of a gold one, then there's a pink one and a darker one. And then here we've got like compacts and other highlighters. So I've got the Revolution Skin Kiss in Ice Kiss, which we all know what this is a dupe for. I feel like everybody has one of these or has had one of these. It's a really nice formula. Then I've got a couple of sleek highlighters. So this one is very dirty and it's Distorted Dreams. So you've got 3 cream highlighters and then 2 powder highlighters. This one is stunning and they're like duochrome. Then I've got Cleopatra's Kiss, which is a lot more nude. Again, you've got 2 creams and 2 powders. I probably don't reach for these as much as I should. which is kind of why they're back here. And then I've got the ever so famous Solstice palette, which mine looks like this. This is like one of the first highlighter palettes I ever got. This one is cream, and then these three are powder, but they are just absolutely stunning. Like, they're still amazing. So good. And then you can just see a little bit actually. So back here I have all of my compacts. I've got the W7 Hollywood Bronze and Glow. I really like this actually. I think I need to pull these forward a little bit more, because half the time I forget I own them because they're so far back, or I forget to use them. So you've got a bronzer and then a highlighter. Then I've got the Ultra Contour Kit Lightning Contour 01. This one's the cream version. Again, I think I need to move this so that I use it more. So you've got like a cream highlighter, a cream concealer, and then the cream bronzer, and they're in really nice shades. Just turn it down so I can show you a bit. In really nice shades actually. I think that was free in a magazine, I want to say. Then I've got Ultra Sculpt and Contour Kit Ultra Light / Medium CO4. So I don't think this is the right shade, but again I think this was free. So this is meant to be a blusher on this end here, but as you can tell it looks more like a highlighter. Then you've got a highlighter which is again in a really nice shade, and then this bronzer was my favourite for ages. I don't think you can tell, all the writing is rubbed off and there's like a massive dent in it. So yeah, I really enjoyed that, or have enjoyed that. Next I've got the I Heart Makeup Definition powder set. So this is no longer available. It's before I Heart Revolution changed their name, but this was my favourite bronzer of all time. This blush is beautiful, and I never really used to use this highlighter for no particular reason, just had other ones. But this contour was my favourite. And then I have all of my chocolate bar palettes, so I'll bring them forward if I can. Start with this one. So this pink one is the Ruby Chocolate palette, which is the blusher palette. I don't reach for this because this is quite dark, but this one is pretty. Well, I don't reach for it as often as I probably could. Then I've got Chocolate Marble, which is this one. And this one, I love the highlighter in it, but this shade is a little bit warm. But this highlighter, oh my god, look at that. It's stunning. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. So I keep this one for the highlighter. And then this one is Milk Chocolate. And this is a powder, but this contour is not as dark, so I keep this one for the contour. And then last but not least, this is the I Heart Revolution Gold Elixir, which is highlighter. If you don't like glittery highlighter, you won't like this because they're mega glittery. This one is a little bit dark, but you can also mix them together. So that's all of the compact. And then last but not least, I just have this little basket with all of my cream kind of products in. I'll just put it here. So I've got this Revolution Jelly Highlighter in Monumental. It is so pretty. Then I have this Millie Mackintosh highlighting stick. So it just looks like this. It's so pretty. Then I've got Revolution contouring kit. So you get a cool toned end and a warm toned end. I tend to mix them, or I just use the cool toned end. You get a concealer one. This is broken, but you get like a one. Then I've got the Revolution matte base concealer in the shade C12, which I bought for cream contouring. It's a little bit warmer than what I prefer for contouring, but it's still nice. Then I've got a couple of high-end bits. So this is my favourite contour stick ever. This is the Hoola Quickie contour stick. I absolutely love this. I don't know if they still make it, to be fair. It's really pricey. This one was a mini one, but it's such a good shade for me. Oh, I just loved it. And then I've also got a mini What's Up highlighter. And then last but not least, I have a mini of the NARS Orgasm the Multiplier Stick, which came in a Cult Beauty box. You get a decent amount, to be fair. Like, I feel like with cream products you don't go through them as quickly. That is this drawer completely done. Let's just pop all the bits back and then we'll wrap up. That is the drawer complete. I've like rearranged it a little bit, so I bought that cream contour palette forward so that I can use it a bit more, and just rearrange the order of the drawer a little bit so that everything fits a little bit nicer. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and comment down below what's your favourite highlighter, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.